Chants of Jai Jai Shri Ram, Uttar Pradesh's newly re-elected Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. The confidence comes through, the energy comes through. He's won a huge historic victory. They're playing Holi early in Lucknow. There will be Holi soon at the BJP headquarters in the capital as well. The Prime Minister scheduled to speak at 6 p.m. Make no mistake, Yogi Adityanath, with this big victory, stamping his authority as the first among equals in the pecking order of BJP chief ministers. There's no question of who's number one. Possibly there's no question of who's 1 to 10. But when it comes to number 11, Yogi Adityanath now is clearly the favorite and he's established his authority with this big victory. Rahul Srivastav is with us, this big victory, and there's a new energy. Now, after a victory of this nature, it's only likely, but new passion, new energy, new confidence being exuded by Yogi Adityanath in that address there.
Rahul, when did you see last a BJP chief minister winning and a show like that, what we witnessed?
They usually don't do it. They want to
it.
leave it to what happens in Delhi. Nobody wants to do his own show of strength.
It is usually Amit Shah and others, you know, they come to the BJP headquarters and there is an address by the two. This is a slightly more autonomous show. It's definitely got more autonomy returned to it. It can well be that the party okayed this, that you can go ahead, because if the BJP wants to make it a sustaining kind of an impression, sustaining impression for the next 2 years, because 24 is just 2 years away, then this is necessary. This win needs to be celebrated and toasted to send a message across to the people that what we stood for, what we campaigned for has brought dividends, people have supported, and we are celebrating that. I think it's just to be more inclusive as far as this win is concerned. I think the BJP is sending out a very strong...
But the fact also is, Sheila Bhatt, that Yogi Adityanath, unlike some of the other BJP chief ministers, is a man who comes as a certain package. He has a particular personality. You can't mess with the man. He's also a saffron robe monk. And therefore, he carries extra weight. He always carried extra weight because of his saffron robes. Now, because of this big second victory, he's got additional political heft.
See, we should not try to rob away his success, and today is his day also. There is no doubt about it. But BJP is a very formal, conservative, traditional party, and certain things work certain way only in a very set manner. Remember 3-4 things. One, till Advani failed in 2009, till he retired in the sense of leadership for prime ministerial candidateship, Modi did not enter the Maidan.
He's hugely respectful. If you look for the cues over there, Sheila, I just want to point out to our viewers that the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh was very respectful. When he spoke of the Prime Minister again and again, saying he's the most dynamic leader in the whole world, mentioning Prime Minister Modi multiple times. So he's very clear. He knows where the North Star is.
And he also mentioned Rajnath Singh and Amit Shah. So that's what I'm saying. It's long way for Yogi to come up in that sense. He will... why are we, same journalists, not talking about Shivraj Singh Chauhan then? 3-time winner. There are many people who have been before him.
The reason for that is... No, I'll tell you what. One second, Sheila. The reason for that could possibly be that Yogi Adityanath is a huge star campaigner nationally in a way that someone like a Vasundhara Raje or a Shivraj Singh Chauhan never were.
In a room, when Yogi is sitting and if Rajnath Singh walks in, Yogi will stand up.
Of course.
So it's number, and then whenever Prime Minister goes abroad officially, Rajnath Singh is number 2. You know that. GAD department issues circular. Rajnath Singh has to head the emergency meetings. So I don't know. But
they don't upset the hierarchy. They don't upset the hierarchy.
BJP does not.
Politics and hierarchy are two different things.
Yes, agree. Public perception you are talking about.
The key thing here is, Rahul, last time around, Yogi Adityanath got the chief ministership from the central leadership, first from the RSS and then the central leadership. This time around, this is the mainstreaming of Yogi Adityanath as a leader who got elected again as chief minister. I think this is different. Second, most popular states, 80 Lok Sabha seats, it does a lot to Yogi Adityanath. Remember, in the past, the RSS and the BJP have made choices. They have never upset the hierarchy. They have never done supersessions. But remember one fact, that at one time there were Atal Bihari Vajpayee and L.K. Advani. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the mass leader, man from Uttar Pradesh, became the Prime Minister. L.K. Advani became the Prime Ministerial choice from Gujarat only after Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So it's not that Yogi Adityanath is rushing in and
he's
saying,
not.
I will demolish
Remember,
everybody.
the Gujarat chief minister
No, we are
also,
rushing in. He's
was
not
chief
rushing
minister for 3. No, but I'm saying he's special.
He's there.
And he's different. He is, in some senses, the next Modi because he has a certain, like, when Prime Minister Modi, and you know him well, was chief minister of Gujarat, he was never the same as others. He was always a little different from all other chief ministers. I asked Pramod Sawant, the Goa chief minister, who's the one BJP leader he looks up to. He said, Yogi Adityanath. Look at the way he works. That's the man I want to learn from. And Pramod Sawant is young. And the fact that he mentioned Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath suggests, like a lot of BJP people think at the time, that they look at him as being the rising